you backpacked and went from like India to Pakistan to Nepal, right? And you were
Mhm.
doing like 15 days of hiking. And how was the hiking journey?
Yeah. The hiking was fun. Yeah, because I think you can do so. The circuit that we did is called the Annapurna
Mm,
Circuit, and you can do it. I think in as little as a week, or you can kind of extend it out as much as you want. Some people are kind of pushing themselves and getting through it faster, or if you've got a little bit more time, you can take it more slow, and you can do side trips and things like that. But it's a really interesting hike because at the highest point that you hike, it's at 5,400 meters, which is higher than the highest mountain that we have here in Europe.
wow.
So it's kind of fascinating to be at those altitudes and to see how your body reacts to that altitude and to see, like, am I kind of able to do this? And the whole time you're just surrounded by really beautiful scenery. And I think it's a really nice setup because basically you take your backpack and you've got your clothes and the stuff that you'll need, but you don't have to take a tent, you don't have to take food, you don't have to take a camping stove and stuff like that. So it's really
Hmm.
nice because it's really accessible as well. It's kind of like how you learnt how to walk when you were 4 years old? Well, it's the same thing. It's just more of that
Wow.
over the course of 2 weeks. So it's kind of nice because it's like you don't have to be of a particular skill level, or you don't have to have like done a course in like how do I do this. It's kind of open to everybody, which I really like about
Hmm.
it. And the setup is great because you hike as much as you want during the day, and you've got all these places along the way that you can stop at, these tea houses. And the tea houses will provide you with, so you generally will only pay for your food, and then you get your accommodation for free as well. Because
Wow.
we were talking to somebody, and they were like, how can you afford to do this? And you're like, we were literally spending like 20, 30 euros a day max
Wow.
doing this hike and stuff. Um, but yeah, it was constantly beautiful. The scenery was constantly changing. You get to be really high up in these amazing mountains. Yeah, Nepalese people are super friendly as
Hmm.
well, and it's really nice for meeting other hikers as well because you'll generally get up fairly early, say 6 a.m., set off, and then by sort of 1 p.m., 2 p.m., you'll be done for the day. So then you're in these really nice tea houses in these beautiful parts of the world, and you just get chatting to all the people around you. I definitely the one downside is I did get a little bit competitive at certain points, like trying to like you like I don't know what brought this out in me, but this we were doing this one hike through this one section up to Licho Lake, and we met these three Belgian guys and their guide. And myself and Una sat down and we were getting some lunch at the same spot as these guys were. And we were sort of chatting to them and we were chatting to the guide. And we were like, oh, how much longer do you think it is to get to the Tilicho base camp? And he was like, oh, well, for you guys, 3 or 4 hours. And we were like, for you guys.
Big mistake. Big
Yeah,
mistake.
yeah. It's just like it just sparked something in us, and then yeah, we were just like on a mission, and we were powering it, and we like caught up with them, and we were about to overtake them, and then we were like, "What are we doing?"
You guys are jogging.
Yeah, we were like, "What are we doing? We're not here to like prove three Belgian guys and their guide wrong that we can like more hardcore hike than them. We're like here to enjoy ourselves." So yeah, we definitely had to sort of pause and be like, yeah, like really stop competing with people. You're just here to enjoy
But the important part
the
of that
hike.
story is how long did it take you to make it to that base camp?
Definitely less than 3 to 4 hours.
That's exactly what I figured. That's
Yeah, yeah. So it was quite funny, and like it was funny because the people that we made friends with were like the most hardcore people. So we would like wake up, start the hike, and then we would catch up with some of the other people, or we would see them like having they've gone to the top and they're on the way back down, so we'd be chatting to them, and we were like, oh, like how was it? And they were like, yeah, we were the first people up there, so we were with the guide, like putting in our walking poles in the snow to like carve out and find out like where the route was. Basically, they were like the people that were clearing the path for like the rest of the people, and we were like, we just not hang out with these people. They're setting the bar like way too high. I
Yeah.
don't want to be hanging out with the people that are like the first out of bed in the morning and like figuring out where the route is because it's been like snowing.
You're like, I don't want to be on expert level in Nepal.
Yeah. Here to enjoy myself, I'm not here to do this.